What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is another episode of Way Back Wednesday, and this time around, we're actually looking at the list that Kyle Puka Sukovic used to make second place at 2011 National Championships. Everybody knows Puka, really fantastic person, ran the top cut. And we think this is his list. I actually talked to Kyle a lot, and we're trying to figure out his exact list. He doesn't actually remember all of it. He remembers the majority of it, but he doesn't recall 100% on it. And I know there's a bunch of lists floating around, and nobody really knows exactly what it is right now. But I think this is like Kyle's best guess. We were talking about it together, and he actually says his list is horrible, and he does I was talking to him, and he's he said this list is horrible. He's talking about the Manaphy. He's like Cleffa's 100% better. Now the interesting thing about 2011 in these earlier sets or earlier years is the internet wasn't that big, or was just starting to get big, so people couldn't really talk online that much to actually strategize. So you only had a core group of friends, and that's how you usually made these decks. I think there was a Red Shark back then. I think that was in 2011 if I remember correctly, which was the only way to really test online. I mean, you did have Poke Beach and Poke Gym back then that some people did use to discuss decks, but nothing to the extent we have now with six prizes, Poke Beach, 60 cards, all those article websites out there now. So it was very interesting for sure. That's why 2011 is such a weird format, because it was all these different things. That format had just changed over. They had just did a rotation right before Nationals, so the whole format was open and nobody really knew what to expect. And Kyle did make second place with this Stage 1 deck, Stage Rush, or Stage 1 Rush deck, whatever you want to call it. Some people Zoroark, Yanmega, Zorg, Yanmega's, what was it called? Zoroark? I forget what it's called. Megazord was one. I think it was called Megazord. Stage 1 was I know stage 1's was the main thing. Calling it Stage 1's because you have all these different Stage 1's. Hackers is what it was referred to. But let's go over the deck and let's see what's it about. Now, of course, we have a Yanmega with the insight. If you have the same as many cards as you do your opponent, your attacks cost 0 energies. And you have Laser Attack, do 40 damage to any Pokemon to play, and Sonic Boom for 70, but doesn't hit for weakness or resistance. And this is kind of your main attack. You can kind of snipe people for the Laser Attack, do some 40 damage, take some knockouts, maybe on some baby Pokemon. Laser Attack's really good. Mimic and Hand Size is really easy, thanks to Judge and Copycat. Now, he did play one Tyrogue, of course, for the Mischievous Punch, like we talked about earlier. In other videos, you can punch Clevis and automatically knock him out, go to sleep, and if you flip tails, your opponent cannot hurt this Tyrogue thanks to the sweet sleeping face. But Kyle actually did not play Cleffa. He actually opted to play Manaphy with a Deep Sea Swirl. It still does have Free Retreat. It has 60 instead of 30, but you shuffle your hands the deck and draw 5 cards, but this one actually needs an energy, whilst Cleffa does not. Now, Kyle will say that this card is really bad compared to Cleffa overall, and I'm pretty sure he in the end would decide to play with Cleffa. But like I said, the format was so new that nobody really knew what to do then. So there's one Manaphy, the Yanmega, 2/2 Donphan, Earthquake 60, Heavy Impact 90. You have the Exoskeleton to have a damage reduced by 20. And then a 3/3 Zoroark, and this is kind of this is kind of your main attacker. It has its Foul Play. You can choose one of the defending Pokemon's attacks and use it as its attacks. So let's say you're playing against a Reshiram deck, you can use his Blue Flare. If you're playing against Zekrom, you could use its Bolt Strike, I think that's what it's called. Combine this with PlusPower, you can actually take knockouts on the Pokemon fairly easily. You could play against other Yanmegas, use Sonic Boom if you want to. It was just a really good attack overall. Just kind of copy the attack of your Pokemon, and you don't need the necessary energies. Let's say it needed 10 energies for some reason to do 300 damage. Well, you could Foul Play for that if you wanted to, which is fantastic. And with the combination of Yanmega, Donphan, and Zoroark, you kind of just pick which attacker is which. If you're playing against a Lightning deck, of course you can use Donphan. If you're going to get the setup deck, you can use Yanmega. Once they're set up, you can copy with Zoroark. It's a really, really good deck. I mean, Colin did make second place and unfortunately lost. I think if I remember correctly, he lost by a reversal flip. Like, reversal was like the main card back then. Reversal, flip Queen of Heads, bring a Pokemon off the bench to the active spot. So like a Lysander, but you have to bring him up, obviously. And if you flipped heads, you pretty much won games. If you flipped tails, you lost games, unfortunately. Now, the last Pokemon Cal did play was this Revenge Bouffalant, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't even play this. But Revenge did 20 if any Pokemon was knocked out during was knocked out by damage from opponent's attack during the last turn. This attack does 70 more damage, so 90 damage. Combine this with plus powers, you can do 100 to more Sky's the Limb with junk arms and stuff like that. But remember, it only counts when this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack. So, I mean, Laser didn't exist in, but I mean, Poison still did. So, Poison or Burn knocked you out, it would not work. It would only be damage from an attack. And that's all the Pokemon in this list. Now, the list let's play 4 Junk Arm. You've heard me talk about this. Discard 2 cards in your hand, get a trainer card, which can get you plus power to do additional 10 damage, and you can stack this over and over again. 4 Communication. This is how we're going to find a Pokemon. Show a Pokemon from your hand to your opponent and put it back into your deck. We do play 20 Pokemon, which seems like a lot, but it's definitely high, like 10 to like 15 plus, like maybe a standard. All these decks were setup decks back in the day, so it's not uncommon at all. Wait, was Restroom type was yeah, no, Restroom was like a legit thing. Like, Restroom type legend was like deck, yeah, for sure. Sorry, I was like, whatever, Zekrom was a deck for a second, but it is a deck. Alright, sorry about that. But Reversal, like I said, bring a Pokemon off the bench, 4 Copycat and 4 Judge, and this is how we're going to power up your Yanmega. Copycat, shuffle your hands the deck, then draw as many cards as your opponent has, and then 4 Judge, shuffle. Each player shuffles and draw 4. Now, you do play 3 Collector as well to search out your Pokemon. Get 3 base Pokemon, show them to your hand, or show them to your opponent, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. This way, you get your Yanmas, your Phanphys, your Zoras, whatever you need, you're good to go. 2 Sycamore, 3 Oak, shuffle, draw 6. And this is why I hate Shauna, because why did they not reprint Professor Snook's Theory instead of Shauna? 4 DC and 5 Fighting. The DC obviously for the foul play, and the Revenge, which is really nice. Now you're going to notice Kyle did not actually play any Switch cards, which, I mean, at the time, if people had realized he didn't play Switch cards, they could just, like, Lysander kind of stall sometimes if they wanted to, but I mean, Kyle obviously probably like knew that they could go for his play, so he's probably like really careful about putting down Pokemon. It's really, really interesting though. Like, I'm pretty sure nobody saw no switch in Cal's list. Like, when they saw no switch, like, what's going on? It's definitely unique. But guys, there we go. This is Cal's Sable House. Did I really say Cal's Sable House? It's Kyle Sukovich. Pooks. Oh my goodness, or Puka, as a lot of people know him from the top cuts list, who made second at U.S. Nationals. But guys, this is his deck, and the question is, will this work in Legacy mode or not? Unfortunately, it's hard to play against 2011 decks online because you have to find somebody who does have 2011 decks. So like always, we're gonna go Legacy format and see can this work or not. That's gonna be the big question. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see the deck in action. Alright, so we're putting his Faded Black, playing a Water and a Colors deck, which is fantastic for us because Water is obviously weak to Grass unless they're playing like Suicune, which is weak to Steel. We lost a Coin Flip, unfortunately, so we'll be going second, but maybe we'll get that turn 1 Manaphy and use Deep Dive Swirl, if I remember the attack name correctly. So not opponent's turn. They might be playing Blastoise. Okay, so we get a Mulligan. Which is like, Blastoise is really bad for us because we can't even use Foul Play. Like, Foul Play doesn't even, like, we can copy, like, kill the OEX, but it only do 50 damage because we won't have any Water Energies attached to our Zoroark. So, press done. We'll get a new hand of 7. Let's see, what are we playing against? Alright, so we do start the Manaphy, so that's fantastic. And it is Deep Sea Swirl. I don't know what I said, but it wasn't the correct thing. But no Collector turn 1. I mean, we need Collector and an Energy, which is why Manaphy is not ideal. Not ideal at all. Like, I think definitely, like what I said earlier, Cleffa is definitely the better play. And there's a Keldeo. Alright, now we actually don't hit for weakness because that's not what Yanmega does. Alright, so Energy Search. I'm gonna get a Water Energy, so our plan is to 3-shot this Keldeo EX. Alright, so Chair, gonna draw 3 more cards, sorry. A Kangaskhan, Bouffalant, DCE, And okay, we tried to take a fighting energy. So put a fighting energy in this guy. And we will use Copycat. Getting 7 new cards. Hopefully we can find some Yanmas. There's a Yanma. Or there's a Collector 4. I mean, a Communication 4 Yanma. So yeah, I think we'll go for Yanma right now. Like, I definitely think Yanmega is probably our best attacker. Like I said, it doesn't have a weakness though, which is the only downside. So a Deep Sea Swirl, shuffle our hands and deck and draw 5 new cards. Like everything about Manaphy is like way worse. Alright, so we get a Communication. We can get a Yanmega down. Like I said, Zoroark, I mean, it could be useful now because he put down this Bouffalant, he put down the Kangaskhan. Maybe we'll tackle with him later on. But copying a Secret Sword for 50 damage is not ideal at all. There's a Wide Energy deactive, so we'll see Secret Sword for 60 actually knocking out our Manaphy, and they will see a random receiver. Gonna grab that in, and will they play? That's gonna be a big question. Nope, just gonna gonna Secret Sword for 70, knocking out our poor Manaphy. Alright, so send the Yanma. On our turn, we'll get a Zoroark. So we'll communicate. Put a Donphan. Man, yeah, put Donphan in the deck. We'll grab a Yanmega. Luckily, he can't knock out a Yanmega next turn. So grab the Yanmega, put that guy down, put down a Zora, put a fighting energy on the Zora, and we will Copycat for 3, 6, 7, 8. Alright, but we cannot put any of these cards down, or we won't be able to use Sonic Boom. So right now, we're just going to Sonic Boom for 70 damage. And next turn, we can put down some more stuff, so 70 damage onto our opponent's turn. But we actually, I mean, our hand is not the greatest for next turn because we don't have a Copycat, we don't have Professor Juniper, we don't have a Judge. There's another Kangaskhan coming down. Okay, so Kangaskhan, Bouffalant, Keldeo. Like, Keldeo is definitely going to be the real problem, but can we deal with it or not? I think if we can knock it out. Oh, there's Crush Namer. Has going to fighting energy. Oh my goodness. Why did the active Secret Sword is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not taking a knockout just yet. We have barely survived, so 90 damage. Okay. So on our turn, we get a reversal. So he has 6 cards in his hand. We'll put down Bouffalant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We'll put a... Let's see. Okay, so I think our plan is like Sonic Boom and then Revenge for a knockout. So let's see, we need 6, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, 7, and 6. 3, 6, 3, 6. Yeah, now we get Sonic Boom for 70. He's going to take a knockout on us, but then we can use the Revenge Bouffalant to take a knock on it. Or we can actually use, Tyrogue and Mischievous Punch to knock out this Keldeo EX. So why did he go into the active? And does he play some kind of healing card? Oh, man. Okay, so Secret Sword for the knockout, right? But what we're going to do is Tyrogue's physically MVP. He's going to take a knockout on a Keldeo EX. Dude, I didn't ever think I'd ever see a Tyrogue knocking out a Keldeo EX. So put down the Yanma. And we'll just go for Mischievous Punch. Hopefully, we stay asleep, and that way we will not get hurt. So Mischievous Punch, and let's see, what do we get off the 2 cards? There is a Professor Juniper and a Donphan. Alrighty. So let's see, hopefully we stay asleep so our poor Tyrogue does not get hit. That'd be fantastic. Alright, so I think it's funny that we both have Bouffalants as well. And heads, we do wake up, but he cannot attack us right now with this Gold Breaker. He needs 3 energies. Okay, so that's great for us. There's a DC going to the active. Okay. Kangaskhan coming out and a Cylon. Gonna search for 3 water energies. Okay. So we can put down Yanmega. Does Yanmega go through all effects? Weakness and resistance. That's fantastic. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we will retreat into this guy and just use Sonic Boom. We actually can't play anything really. Like, I mean, I guess we can Collector for 1 to get a Phanpy out to put it down. And then maybe Phanpy can knock out this Kangaskhan. So grab the Phanpy, put that down, and we will... Actually, I messed up because now we can't attack, and I'm a big dum-dum. Big old dum-dum. That we should... we should have grabbed 2 Pokemon so that we can put down a Pokemon and keep it in your hand. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we are going to Junk Arm, discard the Donphan and a Reversal to grab a communication. We already retreated to. Oh my goodness! I made a huge dumb mistake. All right, so grab Zoroark. Put down Zoroark, and we unfortunately will have to pass because we just retreated. All right. All right, so put a DC on the Bouffalant, and yeah, we'll just pass. It was down here from that collector. We should have grabbed 2 Pokemon, then we would have had the same amount of energies. So, Water's in the active. We see a Goldbreaker for 60, which is not too scary. We don't care about that. Caitlyn, gonna search for, what is it, multiple tool cards or something? Oh no. Ooh. Oh man, how could I forget Caitlyn? Caitlyn, put as many cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck, then draw that many cards. So we see a Druddigon coming down and a Crushing Hammer and Tails. Okay, so that's great. He's 1 for 1 right now. Or 1 for 2. Alright, so on our turn, we get a Zoroark. Alright, so we'll put down the Donphan Prime, and we are going to Fresh Snow Theory, shuffle our hands and deck and get 6 new cards. Let's see, what can we find? Alright, so, okay, let's see. He has 4 cards in his hand. We can PlusPower. 1, 2, 3. PlusPower. Zorua. Sonic Boom for 50. Or 60, sorry. Alright, yeah, 70, 80, the minus 20. Alright, so 40 HP. Alright. I think our plan, we can, like, Revenge next turn to knock it out, but then we have to discard DC to retreat, which this is not what we're going to do. What we could do is foul play a Gold Breaker, do minus 20 to knock out the Bouffalant next turn. Ooh, that could be fancy. But we will discard a Juniper and 2 reversals and a Junk Arm. I don't know how important Junk Arm is going to be in this matchup. So see Ultra Ball, going to discard 2 cards from hands, discard a Random Receiver and a Switch. And let's see, what does our opponent get out? Maybe a second EX Pokemon? No, but Druddigon. I'm fine with these. Oh, Druddigon has no reason. Actually, has no weakness. Oh my goodness. All right, so we'll both get into hand, which is fantastic. We need to draw more cards. Actually, I just want to draw a Fighting Energy, and hey, there it is. It's a Fighting Energy and a PlusPower. Okay, so we could take a knock on the Bouffalant with the foul play. Water on that guy. Okay, and this is Goldbreaker for a knockout. Alrighty. So I'll put go to 3 price cards. We consider the Tyrogue. Retreat and go for a foul play. Another Zork as well, so put that down. Or do we go for we could opt into like hitting with Donphan, and the Donphan can take 2 knockouts back to back. Well, I think it's better. So yeah, I'm gonna put down this. I'm gonna retreat into the Donphan and hit for a knockout. Yeah, we'll Earthquake for a knockout. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll do Earthquake for a knockout. We take 10 damage, whatever. Go down to 3 price cards. There is a Judge. Okay. Next time we go for Reversal, bring up a Kingscon, take a knockout as well. Going down to 2. But then we need to get another Fighting Energy of this Donphan because I really don't want a heavy impact. Or I really don't want to knock out our Tyrogue with the Earthquake. So he's going to promote the Druddigon with the Rough Skins. Okay. Any damage done to Donphan attacks. Okay, so Rough Skin will still hit us for about 20 damage. But yeah, I think our plan is to Reversal, bring up a Kingscon, hit that for a knockout because we can hit for a weakness, which is 120 damage. There's a Water G, Flowstone to the active. Okay. And let's see what else will they do here. I know this is like a weird matchup for sure, but whatever, we'll take it. So Juniper discard their hand, draw 7 new cards. He cannot attack this turn. He only touches a Water G, and he'll Crush a Hammer. And heads, no, he's going to discard a Fighting Energy off the active. Oh, that's so unfortunate. We only have 2 fightings left. Oh, we actually have 1 fighting left. Oh, no. All right, so on to our turn. We get a DC. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we'll put a DC on the Zoroark. We will try to Reversal, bring up a Kingscon. Tails, alright. We'll PlusPower and Judge. I don't even know if there's a Fighting Energy left in the deck. We could have it prized. Alright, so there's a Yanma. Right now, I'm going to put down the Yanma, communicate for the Yanmega, and just see what's left in our deck as well. Alright, so there's the Yanmega, okay. And we have one fighting left. Alright, so grab Yanmega, and we'll just pass on to our opponent's turn, okay? Now, he could clutch us for 40, but we don't really... I mean, it's kind of annoying, but we'll still be okay, I think. How do we take our last 3 prize cards? That's going to be the big question. If he knocks us out, we can set a Bouffalant Revenge him for 90. We're going to take 20, and then he hits back for a clutch. And there's a chance I'm going to draw 2 cards. But I mean, that's not a knockout if he hits for 60 plus a 20. That's only 90, so we should be okay. And there's a Kyurem coming down. Oh man, if he start Glaciate, that could be the game closer. Alright, so clutch for 40. Okay, on to our turn. We get a Judge. So we'll put down Yanmega. And we'll play Judge, giving both a new hand of 4. And that's not what I want to see right now. So I'm just going to pass onto our opponent's turn. Okay. Let's see, what do they find? How many Crush Neighbors have they find? I mean, played. That's the annoying part. 3 Crush Neighbors haven't played. Alright, so time map. Gonna reveal their prize cards. Bianca's, Energy, whatever. I think like the downside, or the game winner is going to be this Kyurem. If he can get Kyurem swinging, I think we lose this game actually. And there's a course for next turn. You can get 10 whole cards with it, which is fantastic. And an E-Hammer. A DC on the Drudagon, and a clutch. Like, if my opponent realized that Kyurem is a play, we would be in trouble. There's a Yanma. We will Junk Arm, discard Yanma Zoroark to grab a Reversal to bring up a Kangaskhan, okay? So Reversal, come on, Reversal, and Tails. Alright, so PlusPower Discipline and Judge gonna draw a new hand of 4. There's a fighting. Do we go for another Reversal? If we do, we can knock out a Kangaskhan this turn, which I think is what we want to do. So we discard 1 and 2. We got to go for another Reversal. I think it's a play. I know it seems really weird because we're playing our hand now, but we need to take a knockout right now on a Kangaskhan. And oh my goodness. Okay, so we'll press done. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to be sick. Alright, so we'll press done. Alright. So this is terrible. Like, this is not how I wanted it to go. Man, if we had flipped to 1 heads, we're down. Oh my goodness. I know we have 1 Reversal left. We have 2 Reversals actually. So what we could do is maybe start Glaciate with a Kyurem, and maybe he can't retreat it. Is a possibility. But there's a clutch, another 40 damage, and knocking us out, going out of 2 prize cards. Alright, so we're gonna send up the Yanmega. It has free retreat, that's fine. And on our turn, let's see, what do we get? We get an Oak. Okay, so we can Fighting Energy and Oak. Try to find a Reversal, and we do find a Reversal. Alright, come on, Reversal. Please work for me, buddy. And please, Reversal. Please, 1 Reversal work. Well. Alright. So. What do we do here? We can clutch for 60. So we're gonna treat the Zoroark. I just can't believe we flipped so many tails. And we'll clutch. We will get hit by the rough skin for 20, which is not enough for a knockout. He can only do 30. He only do 60, which is, yeah, not enough for a knockout. We could then knock him out, going down to 2. Then he says, this guy, how do we deal? We're down 4 Reversals, 4 Junk Arms. Why did you, if he starts Glaciation, that's the game. Alright, so clutch for 60. Okay. On our turn, we get an Oak. I mean, I don't even know what to do right now. We're gonna deck out before him. No, he will deck out before us. So put down the Phanpy. This is weird. Because we're gonna take a knockout, right? Going out of 2, then he sends it to the Drudagon. He can clutch us for 60. Or do we wait? I think we're gonna wait right now. I'm just gonna pass, and maybe he'll deck out. Maybe he won't have enough cards left. So 3 cards. I mean, he's played how many ends? 2 ends. Maybe he doesn't have another one left. There's a Water G. If he has another Water G, he can win next turn by hitting the Tyrogue with a Glaciate. Oh my goodness. So instead of the Yanmega, okay. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we will cry, I guess. It all comes down to, does he have another water left? I mean, I wouldn't see why not. I mean, either way, he knocks out before we can even do anything, regardless. I mean, I think we just lose this game. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we hit so many tails on those reversals. Maybe he has water energy, he just wins regardless. Like, he gets water energy the Kyurem and Glaciate. Oh my goodness. And there's the water energy. He's gonna retreat and go for the Glaciate to knock out the Tyrogue. Oh my goodness. We flipped so many tails. Oh, those reversals. What? Are we like, we were 0 for something, right? Like, we had to be 0 for something. 1 and 6. We actually hit a heads. I felt like we didn't hit any heads. Oh my goodness. This escape rope was down. The switch was down. He actually had 3 floatstones, so I guess he could have. He touched the floatstone at the end, so I guess he could retrieve that Kyurem at any time if we want to go for that escape rope play. But man, my opponent was 2 for 2 on those crushing hammer slips, and he played the enhanced hammer, which is like devastating. All right, but we'll see what we're getting with the deck here in a second. Hopefully, we get a victory. As you see, this deck is not very good for a legacy format, as it does not take a knockout. I know the last couple weeks we actually saw like better decks with like I mean, Yanmega Magnezone was obviously the better one because you can just take one shots, Magnezone, stuff like that. So, but we'll see what happens next game. Even Tyranitar last week could take a one shot, but this deck not so much. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the next game. Hopefully, we get a victory with the stage 1 rush deck. All right, we'll see what happens. Alright, so we're going to get Snowdead 001 playing a Garchomp deck. Alright, so I know last round we played against the Keldeo, whatever, Bouffalant, thank you, Humber, but we're playing against Garchomp. Alright, so we got Yanma, we got a Pokémon Collector, which is fantastic. Garchomp is weak to Dragon, maybe? I think he's weak to his own self, so I'm not sure what the best attacker is in here. Maybe Zoroark could be somewhat useful, but it's gonna be another hard matchup. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, so Love Ball. I mean, I guess our plan is to maybe swim with like Yanmegas to start doing 70 damage, and then sweep with like Zoroarks. So Gible coming down. We could knock out a Gabite next turn, but if he has a rare candy Garchomp, we'll be in trouble. There's a Skyla. Let's see what does our opponent decide to get with the Skyla. Maybe a rare candy. That could be a thing. A Love Ball to get another Gible, most likely. Or he could get a Gabite for next turn. But there's a Love Ball. Let's see which one he decides to go for. And I feel like this is going to be another horrible matchup. Alright, so another Gible coming down. Okay, so a lot of Gibles coming online. And how do we deal with Garchomp? Well, I don't think Garchomp one-shots us. It might. I can't remember exactly. But there's a Yanma. We have Collector. And with Collector, we're going to have Yanma, Zora, and the Phanpy. Too bad. Oh, what we could do is grab a Tyrogue and punch for 30 just to do some damage. So put down Yanma, Zora, Tyrogue, DC is Zora, retreat, and punch for 30. Yep. Alright, so I think that's the best play right there. And hands, we do wake up. But I don't think he can take a knockout this turn, because he's going to get Gabite out, and then Gabite can't hit us. But if we draw a +5, we can knock it out. So Fire's going to deactive. There's a Gabite. Alright. Does he have a rare candy in hand? If he does, then that's not good, because he can rare candy Garchomp turn 2. And there's a Garchomp with 140 HP. Oh my goodness. He has a rare candy in his hand. Why did you stay asleep, Tyrogue? Alright, so Dragon Blade for 100. Now, we could potentially knock out this. Oh, a Jirachi. That's fantastic for us. I know it's not an immediate knockout, but hey, that could be 2 prize cards that we need. Alright, so Colorless is going to get 8 new cards. Okay. But if we find a Zoroark and a plus power, we actually can knock out this Garchomp. So there's a Altaria coming down. So now Dragon Blade does 120. Silver Angle going to the bench. Gibble, don't care about that. And there's a mock up for 100 or 80 damage. Sorry. So going on to 5 prize cards, we'll set up the Yanma with the free retreat, and let's see what's going to happen. We get a Junk Arm. Now, Junk Arm not useful at all. I think we are going to go for an Oak, shuffle our hands to deck, and get 6 new cards already. And all right. So this is not good at all. Yep, this is terrible. Like, yep. No communication, no Yanmegas, no Zoroark. Alright, so what do? We can lunge for 30, but that doesn't do anything. So I think right now I'm going to reversal, try to bring up a Swablu. And we continue the tails flips. All right, so we'll just press done. I mean, I don't want to send a Zora to get knocked out because that's a terrible play. I guess we'll have to let Yanma get knocked out instead, which is still is terrible as well. All right, so we see Dragon Call going to get another Gabite online. That second Gabite could find a second Altaria, which is fantastic for opponents. They get the plus 40. All right, gonna get the Garchomp down, and will we see Gabite use it to get their Altaria down? There's a Fighting Energy. We'll see Dragon Call. Oh my goodness, guys, how do we deal with this? An Altaria coming down, okay. I mean, I guess our plan is to like knock out these Garchomps with Zoroarks plus multiple plus power. So first one's there, gonna shuffle the hand deck and get 4 or 6 new cards, okay. All right. We can figure this out, guys. We can do this. Probably not. But Mock Cut, okay, for 100 damage. Okay, so we'll send up Yanma. This is going great. All right, so in our turn, we get a Copycat. And I'm fine with Copycat right now. We need a bunch of new cards. So Copycat. And there's a Zoroark. Okay. So get down Zoroark. We will put down Yanmega. We actually can't take a knockout this turn, unfortunately. That's great. He can't knock out our active unless he goes for Dragon Blade. Where's our plus power? Alright, so I'm gonna reversal, okay? Okay, alright, fair enough. Alright, so retreat to Yanma and we will pass. I don't know what's happening. Like I think our luck is like horrible right now, flipping. Like we were lost in 2011 for sure, because like reversal was the big thing here. So we see another Garchomp coming down, okay. This is not going good, guys. This is not, I feel like this is a fail. I feel like this deck, oh, there's a catcher. I was gonna say, if my opponent would flip heads, I would cry. Alright, so 100 damage, okay. Going down to 30 prize cards, and we have not taken a single knockout. So on our turn, hey, there it is. If we would have had one extra card, we would have taken a knockout last turn. As a plus power Copycat for a poop ton, and hope we can find another Zora. Alright, there's a Zora. Okay, so put down Zora. We'll put down Phanpy. We will Fighting Energy to Phanpy. We will retreat and go for a foul play for a knockout. Alright, so Dragon Blade doing 110. What do we discard? Oh, please don't let it be anything. Okay, Oak and Judge, that's fine. So, there's another Zora, okay. But next turn, we have to find 4 plus powers. Okay, there's a Prism Energy. Maka for the knockout. Going down to 2. We gotta go crazy this turn. So set up Yanmega. Yeah, we have to go super crazy. Alright, so on our turn, we get a Fighting Energy. Okay. So we will Fighting Energy the Phanpy. Oh no, we need to keep Fighting. No, we're not gonna do that. Well, plus power. Zora. Do we just go for Juniper here? Yeah, I'm gonna go for Juniper. We have to discard our hand, draw a bunch of new cards. Let's see, what do we find? Alright. So we'll put down Donphan. Phanpy. He can Dragon Blade for 140 minus 20, which is enough for a knock-on, unfortunately. Alright, so I'm gonna put a Fighting Energy on the Phanpy, retreat, and go for Earthquake. Okay. Alright. I'll start opponent's turn. Let's see, what does he do here? If he has a water energy, okay, it's retreat to Garchomp, okay. A max potion. Fantastic. And a water energy. And a Skyla. Like, you gotta think this is almost game, right? Like, I don't think there's anything we can do. Like, does Donphan get knocked out one hit? Like, he doesn't survive. We can't watch out these Garchomps. We are like 0 for 6 on reversal flips right now as well, I think. Goodbye and a Dragon Blade for the knockout. Alright, so we'll sit in the Yanmega and okay, so our plan is to reverse. Alright, let's see. This is our last reversal. Like, this is our last reversal that we can play at all. And let's see what happens. We finally got ahead. I don't even know who to bring up. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, he's just everybody essentially has one retreat cost. So bring up the Jirachi. We'll retreat and go for flail. No, we'll go for lunge. No, we'll communicate. Put a Yanmega in the deck and go for Hypno Strike. That's what we'll do. Put down Zoroark and we will go for a Hypno Strike. Yeah, there you go. And heads. Yes, alright, it works. Alright, so Jirachi stays asleep. Fantastic. Never mind. Never mind. Yep, guys. There's Zoroark, Yanmega, Donphan, Manaphy, Tyrogue. It's not good in Legacy, I can tell you that much, but it is a lot of fun to play in 2011 format. It's a really good deck then, but not so much now when everything's so fast. Can do so much damage and you can't knock out anything. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video of way back Wednesday. I know it was unsuccessful, but hey, sometimes that's what's going to happen when playing these old decks. Well, thanks for watching. What's our stats here? We flipped 3 heads. It felt like we only flipped 1. I feel like this is lying. Like, is this lying? Do we flip multiple heads? I feel like we only flipped 1 heads. Alright guys, so hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.